I want you to go grab a paper, go grab a pen, and ask yourself, why am I afraid to invest in myself, but I am willing to sacrifice my health for somebody else? I'll wait. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. If you are new here, my name is Alma and I am a baby wearing, nature loving, slightly crunchy mum of 2 under 2, and I live up in Orkney. On this channel we speak all things motherhood and business and how we can combine the two together and have the best of both worlds. Now I am going to speak to the mums out there because I feel like this probably is going to resonate with a lot of you, because when I seen this question pop up on a newsletter that came into my inbox, and it just sent me on a absolute spiral of thought, because I want you to think about the last time that you said no to something that you really desired. And you said no because it felt too indulgent, too expensive, too much for you. And it probably doesn't seem like that was too far away, was it? You can probably think of something like that fairly recently. And now I want you to think about the time where somebody asked you to do something for them and you did it. Even though you were tired, it was maybe expensive, it took a lot of effort. Maybe you weren't feeling great that day, but you did it anyway. And I feel like as mums, women in general, but definitely more mums, we do have that tendency to live to please others, which is fine. We're women, that's what we're designed for. We are designed to be caregivers. But even caregivers need care. We need to love ourselves too. And I want you to especially concentrate this on work, because when you're a mum, I see so many times mums crying about the fact that they have to go back to work, and I was there too. I was there too. When I had my little boy, I had to go back to a job and it broke my heart. And from that day on, I did everything I could to get myself out of my 9 to 5 and to build a business so that I wouldn't have to return to a 9 to 5. And now that I've had my little girl, I'm thankfully not going to have to return to a 9 to 5. And that didn't happen by chance. Nothing magically changed in my life to put me in that position. I invested in myself and I built something that is going to allow me to set myself free from a 9 to 5. It's not going to happen overnight. You are going to have to do it. You are going to have to build it, whatever it is. Of course, I invite you to join me and explore the opportunity that I have to offer, but I will never ever push this onto anybody. You have to find something that's going to suit your life and that you are going to enjoy building. And I really want to invite you to think about the two experiences there, saying no to yourself and saying yes to somebody else. And I want you to compare them and compare how that makes you feel. How does it make you feel when you have to say no to buying yourself that coffee because it just seems a little bit too expensive? Like, you know, you can't afford that $5 to give you a little bit of enjoyment. But then the next day your boss asks you to stay an hour later to help clean up or whatever, and you say yes even though you want to go home and be with your children. Why is it that it's so much easier to say yes to somebody else, to help somebody else, without actually any gratification for ourselves? Yet when it comes to giving some love to ourselves, we can't do it. It's too much. This was a really big mindset shift that happened for me when I started my business, because when I first started, well, before I started, I was terrified. I didn't want to invest the money. I didn't want to invest the time, and I didn't want to invest the energy. I didn't think I could afford it. I didn't want to sacrifice the time with my baby, and I didn't want to feel tired. But then I thought, all of these things, I'm going to be sacrificing anyway if I go back to a 9-to-5. I would be on minimum wage. I was in a job that I couldn't climb the ladder in my job. I was going to be on minimum wage. I was going to be sacrificing my time with my baby every single day. And I was going to be tired anyway. So if I can invest all of that into somebody else and into filling somebody else's pockets, essentially, helping them grow their business, why can I not invest the same amount of everything, of myself, into myself? Why does it feel so much harder for me to pause and invest all of that, all of myself that I have been given away to my boss, essentially? Why does it feel so hard to give all of that back to myself? Here is where it got really real for me. I realized that the cost of not investing into myself was far greater than the cost of the actual investment. Because I realized that I wasn't just sacrificing an opportunity. It wasn't just some random business thing, some random venture. I realized that by saying no to that, I was sacrificing my health. I was sacrificing time with my kids. I was sacrificing my relationship with my partner. I was sacrificing so much by saying no to something that had potential. And even in the moment that I did invest, in my head I was still, maybe this isn't going to work. Maybe it's not going to work. But at the end of the day, at least I would have gave it a go. At least I would have tried. And if it didn't work out, the worst case scenario for me was going back to a 9-to-5. So let's do a little bit of a check-in with ourselves. Grab a journal, grab a pen, and have a think, what's one thing that you have been holding back investing on? Is it starting your own business? Is it maybe going on a course? Do you want to go on a retreat? What's one thing that you really do want to invest in yourself in, but you've been holding back because it's too expensive, it's too risky? And think about it. Is it really too expensive? Is it really genuinely too expensive to give it a go? Money doesn't grow on trees. Actually, it does. But money comes and goes, and you have to believe in that. If you don't, if you are going to hold on to every single penny, those pennies are never going to return, because they're going to know that you are fearful of them. When it comes to money, you have to let it go to receive it. And remember that money is exchange. When you fill up your car with petrol, you exchange the money for petrol. Then you exchange the petrol for taking you somewhere. Everything is an exchange. Everything. You exchange your money for a book, you read a book. You exchange your time for knowledge. You exchange your money for food. You exchange your food for nourishment. And you have to believe that money is good. We are taught from such a young age that money is bad. We should be scared of money. Money is something to fear. But it's not. It's not. Money is good. Money is not the source of all evil. It's evil people doing evil things. Money is not the source of evil. The people are the evil. And it's your choice whether to make that money do good or do evil. It's as simple as that. So if you choose to believe that money is good, money is going to be good. Money is always going to come back to you. And investing in yourself doesn't always mean that you have to use money. Investing in yourself might mean that you have to put in some time to do a course, to learn something new. It might mean that you set up some boundaries to protect your energy. Every single small step counts towards an investment into yourself. It doesn't automatically have to be a monetary exchange. And after all of this, if you still have a fear of investment, think about it. What is the worst that could happen? If you were to invest in a business, especially, I can't speak about all businesses, but a high-ticket network marketing business like the one that I'm in, for example. If I invested into this business and it failed, the worst that could have happened to me is I would have had to go back to a 9-to-5. That's it. That is the worst that could have happened. Yes, I would have been financially down a little bit, but it's money. It's going to come back. I'm going to make that money again. It's fine. Not a big deal. Maybe it's a little bit different if you're going to invest into something that, costs 50, 60, 70 grand. Different story. Maybe a little bit of a bigger risk. Maybe take some time, mull it over, find a way to do it safely, but still take that risk. Don't be afraid. The worst that's going to happen is you're going to start back at ground zero and you're going to have to build yourself up again. And if you've done it once, you can do it again. You just have to accept that you can't have fear. You have to be brave. And if you do end up back in ground zero, it's fine. Get a job. Get a job, save a little bit of money, start something new. Figure it out. Figure it out. The only way that you're going to fail is if you give up. That's it. There's no other way to fail. Because you can try again and try again and try again until the day that you decide that enough's enough and you can't be bothered anymore. That's it. And that might be hard to hear for some people, but it's true. If you're one of those people that try a network marketing business and it doesn't work out the first time, and you go off you pop to Google reviews and you put in, oh, this is a scam. They scammed me of my money. No, they didn't. You gave up. And I know for a fact that this is gonna ruffle some feathers, but it's true. You gave up. The business didn't scam you. The company didn't scam you. You gave up on yourself. You gave up on yourself. You gave up on the business. You allowed yourself to fail. I feel like I'm probably going to get some heat after that one. But it's true. It's true. I'm not going to sit here and sugarcoat things for you because it is what it is. Remember that you deserve to be a priority in your life. Don't let fear hold you back, because when you thrive, so does everybody else around you. Anyway, guys, if you enjoyed this video, then check out this one. This is the one that YouTube thinks that you are going to enjoy most from all of my videos, so have a look over there. If not, I will see you in 2 days.